YouTube? It's your boy Greg, back again with another video. If you're new to this channel, we talk about fragrance related topics, so there's something that you're interested in, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every single time I upload. Today's video is going to be about great fragrances that are overlooked. We all know that in the fragrance community, sometimes fragrances really don't take off like other ones, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not good. But for whatever reason, sometimes specific fragrances take off more than others. They get a little bit more love than other fragrances. So because of that, I thought I would go ahead and make a video on a few fragrances that I feel are overlooked simply because, there are more popular fragrances within the line. So let's go ahead and dive into this. All right, so the first fragrance we're gonna talk about is from Giorgio Armani, and that's Acqua di Gio ABSOLU. Now this one right here is just overlooked, and I personally don't understand why. I feel this is a great fragrance, especially out of the entire line. I mean, I've smelled those fragrances, from the original all the way to the new ones, and this right here still to me is one of the best, but it really gets overlooked, and I don't understand why. I feel like with this one, you're just getting the best of all worlds. It does have a lot of citrus notes up top. It is somewhat aquatic, but not too aquatic. But then as it starts to dry down, it gets warm, it gets woody, while at the same time maintaining that fresh and clean aquaticness, which to me is just an all-in-all fragrance. I mean, this right here is signature scent worthy. I feel like it's a fantastic release, from Giorgio Armani. I don't understand why this one is overlooked. I want you to go in that comment section and let me know, if you actually enjoy this one or not, because I'm still questioning why people don't talk about this one. All right, so the next fragrance we're going to talk about is from the house of Cartier, and it's Declaration d'un Soir. All right, so this fragrance right here is overlooked because you have a lot of fragrances from Cartier, like Posture de Cartier, Parfum, which was a newer release, but it did receive a lot more love than this one, and this one has actually been out a lot longer. This one right here to me is one of the most sexiest scents out there. It's very, very sexy. It's a rose-based fragrance. It has that rose base, but it's not like a super feminine rose. This is probably one of the most wearable roses when it comes to men. It has a bit of spiciness up top as well. It's fresh, it's clean, but it does have somewhat of a luxurious vibe to it. It's kind of upscale. So this is definitely something that's fresh and clean, but it does have that rose. It has nutmeg in it, and it has some woody notes as well. And with all of those notes combined, it really, really just makes for a simple yet unique and clean and sexy fragrance. I really, really enjoy this fragrance. I wish more people will go out, at least sample it, man. I'm telling you, Declaration d'un Soir is one of the best fragrances out there, period. And it's cheap, so it's not expensive. It's not gonna break the bank. But if you're a guy and you want a rose-based fragrance, with some freshness, got a little bit of spiciness, a tad bit of sweetness, creaminess from that sandalwood, this is going to be the fragrance for you. All right, so the next fragrance we're going to talk about is from the house of Creed, and it's none other than Royal Princess Oud. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, that sounds funny saying that, like, oh, you wear a fragrance that says princess, right? But let me tell you, this fragrance right here is far from feminine. But I will tell you this, up top, yes, it is floral. It has violet and it does have rose. But I'm telling you, it takes about 30 seconds to a minute for that, strong floral vibe to go away. And then it just starts to become a nice scent. That iris starts to kick in, which gives it somewhat of a powderiness, but not too much. The vanilla starts to kick in, which gives it, the right amount of sweetness. It's not a sweet fragrance, but it does have the right amount of sweetness in it. But then, that agarwood starts to kick in, which gives it somewhat of a royal oud vibe. And also, it kind of has an Aventus vibe as well. This fragrance right here to me smells like a hybrid of Aventus and Royal Oud in one. To me, that's what I'm getting. It's kind of like Aventus, Royal Oud, and they threw a little bit of some floral notes in there, and then you got Royal Princess Oud. But I'm telling you, this is all the way unisex, man. I'm telling you. This is what I want you guys to do. Legit do this, okay? I want you to go to your local Neiman's or wherever that sells Creed, okay? And I want you to stop overlooking this because it is targeted towards women. I want you to go and spray this on your skin, and I want you to come back to this video and tell me how you feel about it. This right here is one of Creed's best releases, but it's extremely overlooked. And I'm telling you, go to that store and smell this, come back to this video and let me know what you think about it. All right, so the next fragrance we're gonna talk about is from the house of Maison Francis Kirk John, and it's Masculin Pluriel. I've talked about this fragrance a lot. Why? Because I really enjoy it. I feel like it's one of the best releases from Maison Francis Kirk John. Now with this one, the reason why I say it's overlooked is because I don't hear a lot of people talk about it. I mean, I've even known fragrance connoisseurs, like hardcore reviewers, who haven't even smelled this, don't even know what it is. And that's because it gets overshadowed by a lot of fragrances from MFK. I mean, you got Oud Satin Mood, you got Baccarat Rouge, you know, and the list goes on and on. So I can understand why a fragrance like this will get overlooked. Now, to me, this one is a fantastic daily driver signature scent worthy fragrance. It has lavender, which gives it somewhat of that barbershop feel. It's more of a modern day barbershop style fragrance. It's not old-timey, it doesn't really smell dated at all, but it still has that barbershop feel, you know, fresh, clean, kind of soapy, but not soapy like a bar soap, just kind of like, you know, shaving cream. It has a sweetness in it as well, but there's not any notes in this fragrance that really gives it sweetness, so I really don't know where it's coming from. And then that vetiver, I'm telling you, once this is on you for about 20 to 30 minutes, that vetiver really starts to make itself prominent, and it starts to merge with that lavender. You get kind of a fresh lavender, and then you get a way toned down vetiver. It's not like a rough, edgy vetiver at all. It's just a nice touch of vetiver mixed with that lavender and some sweetness, and it creates Masculin Pluriel. I really enjoy this fragrance. Like I said, it's fresh, it's clean. It does have that modern day barbershop feel. Doesn't smell dated at all. If you want a fragrance that you can wear every day and just spray it on and go, get a lot of compliments, and know that you're rocking something that smells good, Masculin Pluriel is the way to go. All right, so the next fragrance we're gonna talk about is from the house of Nishane, and it's Sultan Vetiver. Now, this fragrance right here is overlooked, and I know this for a fact because I don't hear anyone talking about it, right? And I can understand, because just like MFK, Nishane has a lot of bangers. They got a lot of bangers. Fan Your Flames, they got Ani, they got Hachivat, and more. So this one right here is definitely going to get overlooked, especially if you're not a fan of vetiver. This right here is for people that love vetiver because it's a heavy dose of vetiver. It has 4 different vetivers in it, and that's really what you're getting from most of the fragrance. I mean, from top to bottom, you're getting hit in the face with a very prominent vetiver, right? But then as it starts to dry down, it does get a touch of sweetness, just a touch, not too much, but just enough to really balance this fragrance out. Because without that amber note being at the bottom, I'm telling you, this would be probably one of the most pungent fragrances out there, because it's just an extreme heavy dose of vetiver. But it's sexy, it's masculine, I enjoy it. This right here is something that you have to dress up, but if you dress it up right, I'm telling you, you're going to steal the show. Stop overlooking Sultan Vetiver and check it out, guys. It's one of the best vetiver scents out there. All right, so last but not least, it's one of my favorite fragrances in my collection. I really enjoy this fragrance so much, but I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. And it's from the house of BDK, and that's CRÈME de CUIR. So with this fragrance right here, you're getting some fruitiness up top. It is a bit bright. It is a bit sweet from those fruity notes, right? Right after those fruity notes, you start to get, you know, a little bit of spiciness. It's not too much spice, but it is a spiciness that kind of gives it an edge, but just for a split second. And that white suede starts to kick in, leather, whatever you want to call it. That really starts to make itself well known, right? And then that vanilla note starts to make itself well known. And then you're just here with the sweet, nice leather scent. More sweet than leathery. It's not a strong leather scent by any means or anything like that. It just becomes a nice, sweet, vanillic, rich leather scent, which sounds strange because it's like leather, sweetness, vanilla, sandalwood. It's like, okay, you got a lot going on. And then you got the fruity notes up top. But I'm telling you, this fragrance is unique, but in a good way. It's not a daring scent by any means, but it is different. It smells very nice, and it really puts me in a calming mood. You know, it really just reminds me of being out, maybe going on a cruise. You know, if you got a convertible, you got the top down, you got the music playing, maybe some slow jams, something like that, and you just cruising on the highway, man, just feeling that breeze. That's really what I picture with this. Every time I smell this fragrance, that's what I picture. And you know, with a scene like that, dude, like that's really just calming and relaxing, man. So this fragrance is a fragrance that needs to stop being overlooked, but just like the rest of them, BDK does have a lot of bangers. So I want you to go to the store and try out CRÈME de CUIR. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any fragrances that you feel are overlooked, definitely leave them down in the comment section. I would love to know fragrances that maybe even I'm overlooking. And if you like any of these, go ahead and tell me in the comment section what you think about them. But remember what I said about that Royal Princess Oud. I want you guys to literally go and smell that fragrance. Come back to this video, comment down below, and let me know what you think about it. Alright, so if you liked the video, go ahead and give your boy a thumbs up. And that's it. Take care. Peace.